Greetings. Greetings. I must say greetings. Normally, I would say greetings, free people. But I think it's more appropriate to say greetings, colonize people. Why I say colonize? Only because the laws that are in this, that you are subjecting yourself to, is from the colonial empire, colonial master. Is from the has now evolved into what is now called statutory laws. So again, salute colonized people. And we have to share the information accordingly. So this is another one of those unpopular video where you might get about 10, 20 or 30 views, but the information is where we really, no mind a share. So again, this is, the energy that with us a whole of joy. Anyway, salute Freeman Joel Jaguasi, executor over his own estate. We have to get back to the basic, my general. We have to literally get back to the basics. We have so much information to share, but step by step. But I'm going to present this one here to the Jamaica Judicature, which is all of the judges, them collectively, and to the court administrative division, which is Chad. But this is just our public, notification, because we like present with things this way. And that we give them an opportunity to learn some things and correct and balance themselves as we go along. So again, this is one of those unpopular, as we would say, one of those unpopular video, But I'm like mess with this thing, but now I get kind of beat, Yeah, man, salute free people. Kind of shags got you when about a groom and thing. And then we have court tomorrow, so it all depends on how the energy, is. I feel like we're like a groom up and thing, then I feel like so that the court is kind of energy, it's just bullshit. And it's just the slave game where them a play, where them a presume say you're dumb, presume say you're a slave, and expel for just ignore the law contract and feel like them can make them presumption without their presumption being rebutted. You know what I mean? And them want to present claim, which is always fictitious, in order to enable their malicious prosecution. So them will bring a claim and cannot validate the claim. Usually the ones who bring the claim, because them are presume you don't, usually they are not credible, because the claim what them are bring is not duly certified and sealed. You understand? And however, because of their underlying contract to their constitutional oath of allegiance, then irrespective of what they must say, like, you know what I mean? And I like we're gonna push this or that, but that's a point out the issue. Some of us, not all, a very few of us is aware. And as such, when a man I bring forth the information accordingly, Rasta, and with us a whole of energy, only through it natural. Yeah, man, because I man discover, when you think you know, yeah, you pull up your handbrake and, humble yourself and, yeah, Continue to apply yourself, and then you get clarity. There is nothing like honorable clarification. Absolutely nothing at all. Yeah, because when you have clarity, then, you know, whatever you try to apply, you will apply it accurately. But without clarity, a trial and error, and where I make a mess out there. Yeah, man. So I, man, that's truly I give thanks. Yeah, truly I give thanks. It a crack up my king. When them think you touch truth. Yeah, the signal probably is a bit messy, and when a man like me, I bring them kind of information here. Obviously, you know, it might be a bit sketchy, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna really do my best. Now, I have some notes from my gather as usual. So I have the negotiable instrument law, chapter 21, that is surety and guarantee. Why may I present this information is because when the Babylonian people captured me, kidnapped me, and stole my private automobile, my property, and injure me by carrying me through them legal process, which is malicious. Then them give me a notice of recognizant bond, what I talk about extensively and whole heap of the tapes. And probably make them private, but you know, as we go along. However, what I never discuss is that it was not only the notice of recognizant bond I was forced under threat, duress, and coercion to sign in order to come out of their imprisonment. I also signed what is known as a guarantee contract. But for some reason, when I request that a paper where the lady asked me to sign, and said I have to sign it, she said I can't get that one. So that was withheld right there. So it make everything void. But again, them information you go for most people head because this are the backdoor set of dealings and information. You as common colonized people are not supposed to have this information. However, in an effort to bring fairness and, as them would say, in good faith, I'm gonna present it to my common people naturally. Now we say Jamaica Judicature, Court Administrative Division, Chad, because we not have to deal with the Mickey Mouse areas. We just go straight to where them are deal with them business. Terms defined and distinguished. Now we say guarantee is an undertaking by one person that another shall perform a contract or fulfill his obligation is not toward system in damages. A guarantor of a bill or note is one who engages that the note shall be paid. Now, the guarantor contract when I sign is separate and distinct from the surety contract, my people. So I'm sign two separate and distinct contracts. Let me go ahead. The guarantor has to answer for the consequences of his principal's default. Now remember, I sign a document as a guarantor, but them not give me that paperwork. But I have a copy of it still. It kind of faded, you don't really see clearly, but when you manipulate it through the computer, you'll be able to bring up the information. However, you're not supposed to have that document. You understand? And by these people withholding this document, it constitutes fraud. But let's continue. Again, the guarantor has to answer for the consequences of his principal's default. Who is the principal? I am the principal, I am the guarantor, and I am responsible for the surety. Now, the surety is the bank, as we have already explained. The principal is I being the prisoner. The guarantor is I in my private capacity, because this is how me I show say I as man can function in multiple capacities. All me have to do is assume the role as executor or function from that office, and then I, as the executor appointed, appoint myself as attorney. In fact, I can appoint myself as service processor when I deliver the mail or whatever instrument. I can appoint myself as whatever it is I choose to appoint as the chief executive officer over my own estate. And why am I saying my own estate? Because I have a own surety bond where issue $100,000 from that surety bond. You understand? And the surety bond is represented by that legal entity or that juristic person or that strawman or that bond paper, birth registration form. Yeah, certification of vital record. So that's actually the surety. However, you have to have the knowledge when you have function from the executor's office. You understand? For administrate your own affairs. So you say, through me have a document where me assume the role of executor. The moment I place this document on the court, I haven't done so as yet, then whoever in that corporate capacity, such as the county court clerk, D. Kelly, me can bring a suit against him when he try administer my estate, when me already appoint an executor. I don't remember the exact term for these things, but it's probably something like, you know, them thing I for them legalese, you know. So I not like going like me all of that with these things. You understand? And so them I deal with executor. I think it's called executor de son tort. Executor de son tort. But I'm not gonna lose myself in these things right now. Yeah, it's more as we go along. Now, number one, say a surety is an insurer of the debt. Again, a surety, which is the bank, which is the piece of paper, which is a sophisticated financial instrument, which is listed as a debtor, is an insurer of the debt. Now, the guarantor, which I function in that capacity because I signed the document as guarantor, is an insurer of the solvency of that debtor. What does it mean when it says solvency? It has said, boy, you're able to pay your debt. So this is you being the creditor on the creditor's side as a guarantor. This is why they hide or withhold this document from you. Them just want you sign because you're a slave and you're dunce. But a man like me, because me have to apply myself and do the research, because I'm dunce. So because I'm dunce, me have to apply myself, put in the work, do the research, and can present this information and place it in the public for when these people go in on YouTube, them are going to realize that this man here know just a little bit more than the average colonized people. Number two, say a guarantor is an insurer of the solvency of the debtor. So even though you're a debtor, it has said you have a part to your where it's you're solvent, not insolvent. Number 3 say a surety may be sued as a promisor, but a grantor cannot. You hear that? So you have 2 separate contracts. One contract where the grantor a guarantee, you have said the performance of that act. So that is called a guarantee, a guarantee contract. We are learning, so I share the basic as we go along. And at the same time, they might give you a notice of recognizance, which is the performance bond, which is a promise. So this is why them say a surety may be sued as a promisor, because the notice of recognizance will associate with the surety, which is a surety agreement, is a promise to perform, my people. But the grantor, which is the guarantee contract, cannot be sued. Number 4 says the surety and the principal being equally bounded may be joined as defendants in one suit. And I get that, my people. So for clarity, honorable clarification, when we talk a lot of mess, you see the moment we get the truth, we have to correct ourselves. You understand? So the surety, which is the piece of paper, and I, as the prisoner and the principal, are equally bound. You understand? And as we go along, I'm going to show you why they must say it that way. So we're bound, because they must say, once you're bound, you're in bondage, you're a slave. So listen carefully. May be joined as defendants to one suit. So when you go in a court, and like our vice cartel case are going on, while theme case are going on, 2 things are going on. You understand? While a little show are going on there in the back, that's a behind the scenes, something else are going on. What I call in the private then, where the normal folk cannot see. So this is why them say there is an adhesive agreement or contract when it comes on to the birth certificate or the birth registration form or the certification of vital record instrument, that piece of paper. Here we are sure you say that piece of paper being the surety, and you, the man, in the capacity as principal, are equally bound and may be joined as defendants in one suit. Or the surety may be sued alone without any effort having been made to recover the debt from the principal. Again, the surety may be sued alone. How can the surety be sued alone? Because remember, once you have this information, the surety is there to secure the principal, and the grantor is there to secure the whole transactions, put it that way. So the grantor can't be sued, because him can't be held accountable. As we go along, we'll break it down. Again, number 5, the surety may be sued alone without any effort having been made to recover the debt from the principal. So they're not really interested in whatever debt the principal incur. You understand? Once you present the surety as your security to stand in your place, you understand, and protect you. But you have to have the knowledge. But a grantor, number 6, but a grantor being bound by a separate contract must be sued separately. So you see, you people out there, because we don't have the knowledge, you know what I mean? We're going to go through all different kind of changes. So now we are make those folks who are judicators, you know what I mean, who are the original, you know, say, Sparta, E for Sparta, from that ancient time of Rome. You understand? And evolved to what is known as the magistrate judges, which are the federal area with these federal, you know what I mean, tycoon, because that's what them really is, involved in a business, big business. So when we say the resident magistrate, you have to know, sir, and I'm not new, them things are ancient. That's why I'm share the ancient information. I mean, I get this information from what they call negotiable instrument law, not just no courts. I must say gratitude to my subscriber who share a plethora of information. Give thanks. Complete gratitude. We'll highlight it the next time. Yeah, man. Really appreciate the knowledge where you were pushed through. But for us, we like the grassroots setting where we can see which part we are step from, where we are step, and which part we want to go. And we want complete clarity. So this is why I say we take our time. We are in no rush. We are already free. We just demonstrate the fact that we are. Yeah, man. And by doing that, we highlight the deception, the hypocrisy, the corruption, and then the, you know, sophisticated form of slavery. You are colonized by the very laws that are in place. Is proof, evidential proof, self-evident proof that you're all colonized. It seems like I'm the only one, you know, resist or putting up a resistance and I rebut, putting up information to say it not go like that. And I rebel and make them know, say, irrespective of what I want to say, yeah, man, we're free. Yeah, man. Again, number 6, but the guarantor. Again, I tell you, I sign a guarantee contract along with the notice of recognizant contract, and the notice of recognizant contract I cancelled. But you see, because I never have no documentation of the guarantor of the guarantee contract, then I forgot to address that at a later date. But true, me know when I go court tomorrow, is either then we continue to play this fallacious game with their malicious prosecution, where by their own actions they shall be indicted and brought to bear. Because I just them very own laws are gonna do that. Not me. All I'm gonna do is just shine light on information on the violations. Yeah, man, by their own actions or inaction, by their own commission or omission. This is how they shall be judged. This is how I shall be judged. No one is immune. No one is above the law. So these guys can either dismiss this case with prejudice, knowing they have injured me, bringing me into their illegal court process, and then for the time I'm a waste and for all of the losses, we can get formal, or a man like me, my style is this. Just fix up my car and give me that, and that's it. And just put it in our database, louder man there, I'm good to go. Me no need for soon. Me no need all of that. We no need for go on if you make the people them when are ready. We're unlearned. Jump up and start act silly. This is why I say me gonna start private some of the information and take my time, remove myself and go in the bush, go chill for a bit and, you know, just quiet myself. When the student is ready, the teacher usually appear from all angles. You understand? And most of what I see out there is not ready because the colonization is still extant, meaning it's still inexistent, it still exists. And the people what we are dealing with are so colonized. Them not realize it's like when a man say Africa the motherland and we go back to Africa. Right there, it's a colonized individual guy. Him totally lack the information that is out there for say it's a group of white people create a little province on the continent there and call it Africa, and have for them own area as Africa. I'm gonna share that information. Probably tomorrow night I play a old tapes with some Moorish brethren. I share some information and what can they do for yourself, you know, what is and what isn't. So when we hear people talk certain way, just by them narrative, I know they're colonized. When all a Muta Baruka we say, hey, Africa is a colonized individual. Because the moment you have to go in a university to attempt to get some higher education, then you only going to be institutionalized. You only going, you know, you just say solidify your colonization. That's all that does. Because none of them now talk like I. Not one have done what I am doing. I have the right to travel freely within the Commonwealth of Jamaica, unencumbered, unrestricted, and me not need to get no interference from the policy enforcers. The moment them step by them, I break the law in every which way. And that is a truth. And I'll challenge this system from now until the end of never. No plea, no submitting. Just the law. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just the truth, man. And just the facts accordingly. A guarantee written on a promissory note after the note has been delivered and taken effect as a contract. It requires a distinct consideration to support it. And if such a guarantee does not express such consideration, it is void, where the statutes of fraud of the state requires the consideration to be expressed in writing as a contract of guarantee, not entered into at the same time of the original obligation. Now you have to ask, what is the original obligation? Or its acceptance by the guarantee must be supported by a consideration distinct from that of the original obligation. Remember, you know, them are going to call you a debt and you're bound because them are presume an antecedent or a pre-existing contract somewhere. Understand, which is because you have a birth certificate, them are presumed, so you pledge to be the debtor of these international bankers' debt. And there is no such thing. So this is why, because we are dealing with contract, these people must present the underlying contract where my signature is to validate that claim they are bringing forward. And that is impossible, my people. So you see, we have to, you know, apply ourselves for ourselves. I can't tell you a bunch of things, you know. If I tell you, say, do this, and you just follow, you know, copy and paste and do it, and you're still clueless. Cause if I wanna go test you, boy, what this thing mean? You're clueless. You're clueless. So as much as we appreciate all the aid where might present itself, we have to remove the contradiction from whatever presentment is there. This way we can have clarity. By removing the contradiction, we gain understanding. And with understanding, then we can move with wisdom. That's all it is. Anyway, surety ship. Surety ship is a contract, or a contract of surety ship is a contract by which the surety becomes bound as the principal or the original debtor is bound. What that mean? As we go along, it is a primary obligation and the It is a primary obligation, and the creditor is not required to proceed first against the principal before he can recover from the surety. So whoever you purporting yourself out there as creditor, and I presume us as debtor, you can't really approach the principal until you first deal with the surety. That's all it is, That's why the surety is there, And again, if we are express it on the clarity, that they are off or we're wrong, as we go along, we'll come forward and straighten it out. But I can tell you with absolute certainty, sir, on this island, when I come across the ones that share this information, there might be Jamaican living somewhere else, you know what I mean, sharing the information, but not on this island. You understand? Yeah, usually round here, so them now go try too much of these kind of things. If you not come from uptown and secure a certain way, then Babylon will just push you over. But when you have the ancestral spirit that animate you and move you, Babylon will know that too. And know, say, boy, when I truth, them just can't mess with truth. Them have to just love truth. That's all it is. Yeah, until you move away from truth, that's when Babylon can encroach and get the upper hand. But as long as we are dealing with it according to always, so we are trying, sure, and we are work with the limited resource we have. We just work with whatever we have. We not complain. Fire burn out there. Yeah. The surety is bound with the principal as an original promisor. That is, he is a debtor from the beginning and must see that the debt is paid and is held ordinarily to know every default of his principal and cannot protect himself by the mere indulgence of the creditor. That means someone can't just come with anything and we not challenge it or question it. Nor by want of notice of the default of the principal. However, such indulgence or want of notice may, in fact, injure him. Being bound with the principal, his obligation to pay is equally absolute. So the principal and the surety is bound together according to these laws. However, in your capacity as a grantor, because we can't say a Babylon the grantor, because I tell you already, say I must sign a guarantee contract, which them not give me a copy of that thing. And because now we are say it void if them not come with consideration, which is expressed writtenly. It's just like when we are say, you have to bring the underlying contract where you rely on in a brethren. Yeah, that antecedent or pre-existing presumptuous pledge where you say, boy, any one of us choose to be a debtor for your guys' international banking, shenanigans out there. After we don't know nothing about it. One of see me is a man there and I tell him, say, boy, when them want money, true, me know a devil script, me not really, try to amass it. Me have all some brethren, so you know so much and so much energy where you can do all kind of thing and it's like them want to say, just push them energy there, making money and thing. And unbeknownst to them is that when we're young, we already get access and see what the money is, where it brings. So, and if they amass the money, is to know what the money is and what it represents, so we can get to the core. And to the core is that you are it. These people can't operate without our endorsement, and we can't just be an endorser We have to learn. So when we even endorse a document, we can apply some instruction with the endorsement on the back of the document. So we are not bound to that document as just an endorser. So we have learned, say, a certain capacity, even when it can function in it, on a way you want to be bound by. But as we go along, my people. Number one who sign a promissory note on the face hereof, and who in that way become a surety of the principal maker, is under negotiable instrument law primarily liable for the payment of each note. 2. On the other hand, the contract of the guarantor is his own separate contract. It's in the nature of a warranty by him that the thing guaranteed to be done by the principal shall be done, and is not merely an engagement jointly with the principal to do a thing. Again, and is not merely an engagement jointly with the principal to do the thing. That means that in the capacity as a guarantor, you can't hold me, or I'm not obligated to do what the principal or the surety agree to do. Boy, may I tell you, it's beautiful. Number 3, a guarantor, not being a joint contractor with his principal, is not bound to do what the principal contracted to do, like a surety, just so that, but only to answer for the consequences of the default of the principal. Now, we'll go down and say the negotiable instrument law provides that a person placing his signature or mark upon an instrument otherwise than as maker, drawer, or acceptor is deemed to be an endorser unless he clearly indicates by appropriate words his intent to be bound in some other capacity. Again, in some other capacity. This is why I say we can function from the executive's office in multiple capacity. You just need the knowledge, my people. You understand? You just need the knowledge. You just need the knowledge, my people. And that is it. Now we say intent. The intention must be by appropriate language used for that purpose, and such intention may not be inferred from conduct or language that is not clear. So when some man I say by your conduct, them I got, presume say contract no work that way. It's this new scam what them have out there. But where one wrote upon the back of a note the words, I hereby guarantee payment of the within note, the word guarantee indicate his intention not to be bound as endorser. I'm not even going to repeat that part there. Some differences between surety and guarantor. A surety is a co-maker with the principal. A guarantor is not. Number 2, a surety agrees to do the thing itself. A guarantor agrees that the principal will do it, and if he does not, he will pay the damage. So whoever the guarantor is, you understand? However, when a surety is there, you don't have to worry. The surety have unlimited liability. Number 3, the entire contract of the surety does not have to be in writing. The entire contract of the guarantor, except in some jurisdiction as to the statement of the consideration, must be in writing. Number 4, the surety is primarily liable. The grantor is secondarily liable as he agrees to act if the principal does not. Beautiful. Conclusion. The meaning of the phrase, the original debtor is bound. This is the presumption of an antecedent or pre-existing contract that presumed pledge or the presumed pledge to be responsible for the international banker's debts. A request of the original debtor's contract with our consent or assent by way of our mark / signature, autograph, or fingerprint for the antecedent contract to be binding or enforceable. Another little boring one, you know. Yeah, this one here, another rare, but we still have to bring it forward, my people. We still have to bring it forward. You understand? When man go in a court, them just say, well, when you're being taken into their statutory legal process, which is where them capture you, and everything, all their activity is unlawful only because them not have no constitutional delegation to arbitrarily, you know, carry and conduct themselves out there like that. Yeah, man. So if we not have the information, we can't challenge them on these things. And why I say we have to get back to the basics is the next thing. This one I need for bring up, you know. When we are say, boy, we have to go back to where, you know, we stand up as executor. Yeah, man, in all of what we are do. Again, may I tell you so much information, you know, we touch upon. This, I forgot bring this probably another, probably even tomorrow, even when we're done with the road tomorrow night. I just got document the information, bring it forward and left it there, and then we can improve on the information when it's correct. We can, you know what I mean? We can correct it and amend it, and, you know, we continue to learn. But persons lacking legal capacity other than mental, you have bankrupt or insolvent payee. These things we can touch upon, you know. Section 10, original or origin of bill of exchange under law merchant. Yeah, man, we know the commerce are derived from law merchant, but we now got jump in the middle light where a man send with some information from a book and purport themselves to be so knowledgeable. We not really can learn much from that. Because even if we read it and not comprehend these words where we are reading, then a waste of time. But when we can say this is where it starts from the barter system to where them say, boy, the substantive grain or the product from the sea, the product from your agricultural farm, these things are what I'm call representative of value. And they move from the barter system to what them call the metal, because them want a token where, you know, where more durable and can be moved around. So them say gold and silver is more suitable. And from then they move from there to actual paper, what them call negotiable instrument. But this negotiable instrument has been in place from that time. Yeah, man, where them have the bill of exchange as one of the first negotiable instrument placed out there. However, our common people is, you know, this is like me I talk Latin. So even if my people sit down in front of them thing and I listen to this, them are gonna fall asleep because it's like Latin. Yeah, man, and probably 1 out of 100,000 or 1 out of 1,000,000 will say, yeah, man, I kind of get what you must say or what you must try say. Now, I gotta just go and read from my notes them since we're there same way. We talk about the monetary system, the first stage with barter, the second stage with the metal gold, and the third stage negotiable instrument. Now we say negotiable instrument at this stage. The evidence of value is credits by commercial paper. This is the present stage where credit as evidence of, again, credit as evidence. I don't know if you can see credit. Credit as evidenced by negotiable instrument is circulated or able to pass from hand to hand as the representative of value or money. Again, representative is not the substance. It is just the representative of such. It's like the government of Jamaica is not the state. It's not the Commonwealth state of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica is only the representative of the Commonwealth state of Jamaica. Clarity, now my people. Clarity. Now it says these instruments are valuable or worthless, dependent on the financial abilities of the parties to these instruments. Now, true me know say everybody have a birth certificate out there. And everybody I use the government of Jamaica private, either say banknote as negotiable instrument to facilitate tender of payment only by agreement, because it's against the law for use the Federal Reserve notes to discharge any debt. You have to use your birth certificate as asset. This is where I go on, but them can't make you know it, else them will, you know, them whole deception are gonna mash up. So that's why you have man in a private group where teach some people a little bit of things and help to maintain the sophisticated slavery they're out there. Because only dunce people can become enslaved. And when you're colonized, whatever you talk about or think about, that's no say, you know, it's not autonomous only because, you know, you're colonized. Yeah, man. So when you talk, say, hey, Africa is because, you know, say, you know, it's only colonized people identify that location as such. Just like, oh, it's only the colonized people can brag that they are proud Jamaican, because whoever named this place, you know, them would have said, I make that claim. This is why the British crown not go nowhere, not go nowhere, and can't go nowhere. Why? Because I don't love on Jamaica. A man like me say, Za Mayaka. Total different thing. Yeah, man. And when them say America, we say America. Total different thing. Remember, everybody have them own dialect, you know. Remember, we Jamaicans sound different from all of the other Caribbean islands, and the Caribbean islanders sound different from us. But at the same kind of, you know, language we are speak. Yeah, man, make we take our time, man. Them say negotiable instrument law, 1909. The law of contract governs commercial paper. I put that there because through me know say irrespective of what kind of thing I go on, once there's a contract, like how me say, I present a notice, do not trespass notice to these police officers and them ignore it. And within that document, when them read it, it gonna say by you are proceed. You know what I mean? You shall be held liable. Because just this agreement going to be binding upon you. So this is what a contract is. And there is no judge who can say, boy, no, it is not so. Because this police, if him cannot read, him can't be a police. Because in order for to be a police, you must be able to read and write. You understand? And I know, say, in the police academy, this is what me I read with a brethren say. When you're interacting with the police, just go easy and show them respect, even when them aggressive, because more time them a come out of an aggressive situation and just run up in a you. So if them, hey boy, all you have to say is good afternoon, sir, or good evening, sir. How can I help you, sir? And if him still aggressive, you make him know, sir, do you have a supervisor that is, you know, less aggressive where we can communicate to have a discussion? And once a police officer see you operate that way, function that way, and hear you speak that way, him a go change him tone only because him professionalism I go naturally kick in. Cause at the academy, them now go teach them for be hooligan, be rude, be disrespectful. Them I go teach them for say yes sir, no, you know what I mean? It's just when them come out, you know, and start drink and start things that the taxpayer gun where is the people them gun belong to them, so them can do what them want, then this is when them become disrespectful. Because there is no one to remind them, say, watch them on. This is another conduct. You understand? Sometimes if I want that, if I remind them, and when them behave out of order, then you garnish them wages, you put a lien upon them and hurt them financially. And this will correct most of the wrongs that is out there. We not gonna say the crime na rampant and police not to do what them have to do. Oh yes, they should and they must. But them have to go by law because they are the professional. They are the one who take an oath to uphold the constitutional laws and to serve the people. That's their oath of allegiance. You understand? So you have to try maintain that professionalism. So even we have to know, say, from your conduct yourself on the level, like, you're not police, no, go, unless a police probably know you're, you know, well, police will know, say, boy, you're your girl, and them like your girl, and them just beat you up for your girl. You understand? Because you now can't see a policeman girl and mess with she. Because policeman girl not really want you, unless she want hurt you. Because uncle a fool I talk about him, I got there with any girl with there with police. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it under no set. Me don't even there with a woman we have her man, much less there with a woman we have a policeman or did have a policeman. Me now go in them circle. Only through a police kill my father, so I'm gonna put myself in a certain situation. To make a police personally have a vendetta against me because a lady when love probably gonna start loving me. Me no want that. Me not work with that under no circumstance. Mad, mad. You know me have to go on with my entertainment out there. Anyway, a long time. I say gone another hour. I don't want to draw it out, you know. But boy, me I tell you, say them people are a trick queen of people, and them a trick queen in some ways where you know. Yeah, we won't be able to figure it out if we not apply ourselves, cause like how I man come through and I share information. Nobody now go do that for the eye them out here. I tell the eye them straight. Nobody now go come share them information here. For the ones them. Yeah man, them a go just selling a bunch of things and make on spend. And when I'm not done spend, when I still done like rat but no know nothing. And that's the problem. But everybody I go want know everything if you can do everything. But I think when you talk about your own affairs, that is your personal business and if it's a lifelong thing. You know what I mean? But again, we just catch on to it. We are what them call the neophyte. We are what them call the beginner. Yeah, man, we just learn these things. So we have to take our time and navigate, you know, them kind of sophisticated financial area, yeah. Salute, my king. Salute, Nicholas Johnson. Anna out there. Anna out there, my king. Yeah, man. I told them I on my general ends and we are reason. One of them heated reason and one of the warrior them. I say, oh, we are African and them information where we are push where it come from, man, you know? Oh, if we just run with them information, yeah, white man information. And the warrior where I said, I know the warrior long time. But I just say what the warrior really is about. And then show me is a man with bonfire. Warrior probably hear me a clap fire out there might take offense car. Warrior is a taxi driver, you know? And you know me is a man with talk my mind more time. So I feel like that is an energy where stimulate the brethren. But when the brethren attack, I know say I come from a place of ignorance. I guarantee if I give him a book, a dictionary and say read it, I can bet any amount of money say he will not be able to read it. What may be able to do is call words. And I say that for say this. You see, because a lot of people them just figure say boy, you know, what them know is it. Me have to try make some ones know say only because you colonize. That's why you can't say Africa. Cause the true people them around there outside of the colonized African identify them area, not themselves as such. But Duns people can't know that. Yeah man. Duns people now can't know that because what? Again, them colonize and them not choose for one, no. Tomorrow or next day, I'm going to play some tapes where someone can choose to do them own research and then them can correct themselves if them choose. But we're not going to waste time with dunce people. That's why we share information to make our people at least make an effort to improve themselves. Yeah, man. We can't afford to have access to all kind of information, sometimes freely. Because a man like me, I like the idea I go off grid. I really like the idea I go off grid. Yeah, man. But when you have access to information, just apply yourself and that is it. When I talk about off grid, me I tell her once I want to push out going on one of them mountain there, you know. And just go hang out, dash your phone and everything and just take a nice little hang out in the bush for all a 6 months to plant up and just a meds. I was stuck in the city for years, a long time when I live up from out of the city and we need to rejuvenate. And it's hung up in one of them high mountain, like Blue Mountain Peak area there. We suffice. So more time we have to look for, you know, rejuvenate the energy, man. Because life there and nothing wrong with life, irrespective of the complexities and the differences where we have to experience on our journey. Yeah, man, but we have to celebrate and give thanks for life. And I think that When me say everybody I chase money and say I eat that, me I say, boy, a correct knowledge I want leave with when me I leave the earth, cause all of the material things what me see out there, me know it now can gone away with me. Me know that is the illusion. I know it. But sometimes when you see it that way, people look at your crossway like them man, they're not, far from reality. And you smile to yourself and say, only because you're existing within a colony, but it's unknown to you. You're colonized. And the proof of your colonization is that your head of state is some foreign British Roman crown. That's one. The laws or the rules or the legal standard which are statutory, the statutory legal standard, alternatively used as rules and regulation, being enforced upon the people here as law, is verification, validation, and proof of your colonization, my people. You can't see it because you're colonized. And it's when me I say it, you're going to have an opportunity now to contemplate on it. Just meditate on it. Yeah, man. You are colonized, my people. Look around you. Why you think all of your natural resources are taken away from you to build up foreign locations? Why you think that is? And you can't do nothing about it because you don't know what is happening. Again, you are colonized, my people. This is why my advocacy is freedom. Freedom in. Freedom in. Because you say you can jump on a bus and go a country, you say you're free. Because you say, hey, me have my visa, me can go foreign, me free. Dummy! There was a time where you go foreign without a visa because it was not necessary. And that process is still extant because the very independent act clearly states say it is an amendment of the British Nationality Act. So once you have the correct information, you don't need no permission. Again, it's just like when you go in front of a judge. All you have to do is the judge can only direct law. The judge opinion no mean shit. Because if the law is written, the judge have to go by the law. You know, open your mouth and tell me, say, boy, you think, say, illegal evidence or evidence obtained illegally is admissible in Jamaica. When you go to the Privy Council in foreign, in Britain, they'll embarrass you with those kind of false, fallacious narrative. Judicator. I'm going to, we as a people just learn. We're not afraid of you people. All me are going to court tomorrow. It's like nothing at all. Cause I'm at a point now where me I tell you, say, is either or no release me, fix up my car and give me, and that is it. Or now continue play this game and we, find the basics what we need for push the documents what we need, and we just go by the law. Yeah, we just go by the law. That's it. We not beg on no favor. And we not ask no permission. And because we not members of no foreign, British, bar, European guild, we not have to follow on a form. We not have to follow no unlawful legal process. All we have to ask is, if you're saying I commit a crime, in order for you to prove that, there must be a victim who is damaged. Which one of you officers are a damaged victim? None. Well, now, for the record, and upon your own record, we can verify that you are bringing a false claim upon the court. Yeah, man, and it seemed like you and your court clerk, your prosecutor, and your hearing examiner, resident magistrate, or judge are conspirators to the conspiracy to perpetrate fraud upon the court. Period. Now I'm not talking for talk with these people no more, because we find that they are dishonorable. They are in dishonor, meaning they are a disgusting group of people. Totally disgusting. But them get away with those kind of mess only because we're unaware. So when them in the background, I make a lot of money off of it, I guarantee one day they will have to pay for their crimes. They must pay. Because later, as I bring forward this information, planting this seed, you gotta have some much more astute, brighter people, young, fresh mind than my old mind when me have ya. I gotta come and really bring some correction to our society, which is West Indian. Yeah, man. So there's a whole heap of information for share, but again, as me I said, we just have to take it step by step. So again, complete gratitude, I people. The brave may fall, but never yield. And we say bold and brave, firm and strong. Salute out there. Colonize people. Yeah, you can only be free if you choose to be free. Yeah, man. So revel within your colony. You colonize people. Salute West Indian. Free people. Yeah, man. On the land. Salute West India. Honor. Joel Jaguar, executor. Salute me king. Yeah, man. Nicholas Johnson. Salute me king. Yeah, we have to assume the role and function from the office of executor so we can appoint ourselves in multiple capacity in order to, learn how to, direct our own affairs. We don't leave it in the hands of these fiduciary trustees acting as fiduciary executors and administrators. No. That position is ours. We are the director / executors over our own estate, and we are heirs to this estate. We're not just a beneficiary, we are the heirs. Anyway, step by step, free people. Step by step.